You might be the problem.
My ex-fiance cheated on me, but everybody decided that I was the problem. He broke a promise, but I'm in a secret going to break the silence because they all choose to protect him.
I'm gonna need to hear the other side of the story. I mean, ma'am, you seem a little bit crazy. You got the music going in the background. Like, it's like as if we're on Survivor or some like real, I don't know.
Just ask me how I was surviving or
Surviving. I mean, that's just an L. Like, I mean, how do you survive? I mean, it really doesn't have anything to do with you if they cheat. Like, that shouldn't. I mean, you could be sad, but it shouldn't impact your day. You still gotta work. It's not like you lost your leg or something.
if I was even doing okay. There was no care. They called it a mistake. It was
Secure the target area.
For them, it was easier.
Oh, stop spamming stupid RPGs.
Cheating is
confirming next hard point. Stand by.
It just means the truth.
Target
Those things tempted.
Hostile target has been deployed.
Throwing flash.
Hard point compromised. Secure the area.
Flash out.
Hostile enemy.
Throwing flash.
Advanced UAV overhead.
Throwing flash. Subject out. Flash out.
Hard point relocated. Secure the target area.
Those things tempted.
Hostile secure the remote area. Target online.
Flash out. Throwing flash. Subject out. Flash out.
Hostiles deploy the mosquito.
Throwing flash.
Stop camping.
Those things tempted. Throwing flash. Subject out.
Hostile care package deployed.
Flash out. I'm not the enemy here. Throwing flash.
How is that not a kill?
Hardpoint relocated.
Fucking max.
Enemies inside the perimeter. Hostile care package.
Aim for the enemy.
Stand by.
Taking back.
just camps.
Hostile mosquito on top.
Everybody is camping. Oh my gosh.
Took a shot.
Hostile remote television active. Hostile care
Semtex out.
package. The enemy is gaining.
I'm hit.
Hostile deployed in Chicago.
You know, that's what
Rain
women
flash.
people need.
Semtex.
Bitch.
Blast out.
Overhead. Hardpoint compromised. Secure the
Semtex
area.
out. C4, watch it.
Hardpoint
How did that not kill him? I stuck him with a grenade. Okay, let's leave. I stuck him with a grenade and he didn't die.
So it was catastrophic for me at the time. So anyways, of course, I went to my best friend about it. She consoled me for months. I found out I didn't want to go right away. I waited 4 days. Just texted him and found this hey, you have the courage to text. That's crazy. It's consoling her friend as she knows she's been given messages or basically that was it. So this was just really drawn out. Right, that process. The anger is when her distance away and she let her phone out and she walked the phone from this guy. We'll just call him Chris. And this was insane. So I found here. These different Chris happened. I think that's not because Chris friends. So I was like, I'm a little curious. Let me just double check. And I went into Chris and it just so happened to be my boyfriend. So I scrolled up and saw messages and you can use your imagination. They dated way back to when she did me. So that's when I put two together and realized that question was actually my best friend and she was too nice the entire time. So I pushed out her, I checked her phone, and on the same days I picked up all of my shit and I walked to the door. And I walked around.
And then those two probably had great sex after that. And then who knows what the problem was out of the two. And he'll either regret it, come back, or think, wow, I dated the crazy friend. Thank God I got the good one. Any of you in the love triangle? Let me know.
But that is not where the story ends.
Doesn't end.
I got an email because again, I blocked her on everything. That's the only way that she could contact me. And literally the subject line was, I am so sorry. Let me explain.
Let me explain. What is there to explain?
Girl sent me a link in this email. Let me show you what it was.
You made it.
Search and destroy. 141. Plant a charge on the target and level it.
Yes. I guess.
It's kind of crazy because this is TikTok.
You've won that round. Get ready for the next one. Search and destroy. Move in and detonate the target.
First place. You're in first place. Pageant contest, you're first place. They asked me what I do and who I didn't know. And how I come up with this shit up in the studio.
Round secure. On to the next.
Yes. Guys, welcome to another episode of Pearl Daily. What am I'm hoping that
Switching sides.
What am I
Search and destroy.
What am I
Set up security around the objective.
One day I'll say. One day I'll say.
You black.
$500 and say the N-word.
You black.
Yup. $500 and I will drop the N-bomb on stream. You know, the N-bomb is not, it's not for the weak, you know. I won't do it for fun, but I will do it for money. Oh man. Just, you know, what's going on in my life.
Won that round. Get ready for the next one.
Beginning, and for some reason people care, so. In the gym, I feel like when you first start doing weights, you're like doing as heavy as
Search
possible.
and destroy.
And I'm sort of at a switch where I realize I need to get like deeper.
Keep the
in
enemy
weights.
off the objective.
And I'm also like where instead of like going
Friendly
like this,
UAV
it's like
online.
you go all the way like this. You know what I mean? And for squats, I'm trying to do like my butt, heel to the butt type of squat.
Moving here.
And yeah, just switch.
Standing by.
It's like really, really close. I think that's splits are gonna take me somewhere.
Round secure.
You know,
On to the next.
I feel like as women, if you're also, I let Ellie out before this show. If Ellie,
Switch inside.
like, and she wouldn't go to the bathroom. So if she
Search and destroy.
was going to be so annoying because I did just let her out.
141. Plant a charge on the target and level it.
$100
UAV is on
lose
station.
everything.
Recon
I'm
online.
stupid, so I'll do it. I feel like my side splits are gonna take me forever. Gosh, it's like, but if you're someone, if you're looking at bad posture, your body language, I really recommend dance and gymnastics,
I'll give you the time.
because that's actually the root cause of it. Once I can do my splits, then I might start training my tongue. I do TMJ stuff, but I decided I'm going to hold off on that because I can only focus on so many things at once.
You've won that round. Get ready for the
A
next one.
documentary in the app. We are finalizing guests for the documentary. So if any of you guys have connections to guests that you recommend we reach,
Search and destroy.
to.
Move in and detonate the target.
We're doing our finalized list. The down payment's been made. We're in the process.
Friendly UAV on station. You've secured the device. Friendly mortar strike on the way. Friendly cruise missile deployed. Job well done.
You charge them 60 seconds or get your money back. Look, no cut, no Photoshop.
I don't really like drinking water. I really don't like it. And if has anybody gotten themselves to drink water? I really prefer like 10-calorie diet cranberry. Like I know
Flames licked the columns of the Reichstag, shadows twisting and stretching across the stone facade of Germany's parliament. The stench of burning parchment and wood filled the Berlin night as firefighters scrambled, their hoses gushing against an inferno that refused to die. A young, breathless...
Oh, this stuff is going to kill me someday, but I really just don't like water that much. I'm down payments for the documentary, so we raised the money and now it's in the process. I know there was a lot of yeah, so also I've also been doing the toe shoes, and I really recommend those. I mean, my toes feel amazing. So I don't know if anyone wants to know.
This is why you should never help a baby sea turtle reach the ocean, because when a baby sea turtle hatches, it has to crawl from the beach all the way to the water. And yes, many of them die along the way. So people think, why not just pick them up and place them in the ocean? Wouldn't that save them? Actually, it destroys their future. That short crawl across the sand isn't just a walk. It's their entire navigation system forming in real time. As they move toward the waves, their brain records everything. The smell of the beach, the angle of the sunlight, the exact magnetic signature of that shoreline. All of it becomes a built-in GPS. Years later, when the turtle is fully grown and ready to lay eggs, it uses that memory to swim thousands of miles back to the exact same place where it was born. But if you pick it up and carry it straight to the water, that imprint...
I'll try every fitness trend or craze. I'll try it. Fuck it. I love fitness. I love it. I'm gonna have a six-pack by the time I'm 40. I'm addicted to food though, so it's gonna take me a while to find like the most inefficient way to do it, but I'll get there. By the time I'm 40, I will have a six-pack. Play the long game, fellas.
Found their sniper.
I made these this morning. If anyone cares, and they're pretty good. I really, yeah. It was my first time making these, but I'm still eating my bread I made the other day, so I haven't retried that. If anyone cares, I can't wait till I can make really good bread. Right now, the bread kind of sucks. I mean, this is kind of ass, but it's better than bread I've made before, you know. Because I kind of want to get to the point where I can like fully make everything from scratch. What are the ingredients? I don't really remember. I use ChatGPT.
1 minute remaining.
So we'll go for Twitter to start. This was pretty...
We lost that round. Prepare for the next one. Search and destroy. Set up a perimeter around the objectives. Do not let them reach it.
pretty good. I don't think it's chicken reheated. So, I don't know, I think in the future, because this is more like a meal prep thing, obviously eat all of this. In the future, I might...
How is that not a kill? I have no idea.
Never. And you never ask, how are you? How are you? Wait. 20 anymore. I'm 37.
Switching sides.
I might
Search and
swap.
destroy.
Obviously, this is more carbs than I
Place the
really should be
charges on the
eating,
target
but
and
I'm
destroy
trying to
it.
get through. I don't know how to put it. Like, in my head, I have like 10 things I'm trying to do. And it's like cooking meat, making carbs is like what I'm kind of on right now. So obviously it's not making carbs is not fruit. Now obviously neither of those are the healthiest things.
You
Instead
won
of
that
bread
round.
maker,
Get ready for the
yeah,
next one.
try that. Again, I'll try anything. Not the biggest fan.
destroy. Use the charges, blast the target. No mistakes.
You know. Multi-grain bread. Look, I'm just trying to get decent at normal bread. I'm always trying. I think I'm gonna get tomatoes soon. I planted 2 tomato plants because I heard those are easy. And basil. So, but you see, I have all these different things going on. Like I'm learning piano and guitar. Yeah, I really try to tackle them one at a time. So right now I'm trying to get this bread thing done, so then I can just never buy bread again. I can just make it.
Switching sides. Search and destroy.
And sauces.
Secure our objectives. Do not let your guard down.
And make bread. Yeah, I know. Bread kind of sucks.
Friendly mosquito deployed. You've won that round. Get ready for the next one.
Yeah, I could do. I've done soup before, but I'm not great at it. Let's just keep going. So we're gonna go through my Twitter today before we get to the main topic.
Search and destroy.
I think I reacted to that yesterday. Yeah, I did.
Set up a perimeter around the
It's
objective.
now becoming
Do not let them
open
reach it.
more women cheating on their boyfriends. So again, women used to be more. It used to be thought that men were the cheaters, but as things are coming more and more out in the open, it turns out that
Round
women are the
secure.
cheaters.
On to the next.
And this is why I believe older women that they were that back in the day, because and you expect me to believe that you guys could be whores,
Switching sides.
get away with it, and you didn't, and you guys were just good
Search and
people.
destroy.
I'm not as stupid as your husbands, okay? I mean,
Place the
I'm
charges
happy
on
you
the
guys got
target
away
and
with it, but
destroy
I'm
it.
not stupid. Please stop insulting my intelligence. So, here's this cute little brunette. Here's her boyfriend, who's
Moving this way.
her boyfriend, who's like a giga dad, and she still cheats on giga chat with another chat.
Wanna go Fox? See, wait, I'll give you like 15, 20 minutes. Like, recharge,
Yeah, you know? Here's Clavicular talking about how they don't have any game, they're just famous.
You cannot tell.
You've won that round. Get ready for the next one.
You gotta figure out how to talk smooth. I would not go about it too well. I tried, man. I tried. But yeah, I really don't have game, bro. It's just because the cloud.
Search and destroy.
You know?
Same here.
You don't need
Use
it,
the
bro.
charges.
Like,
Blast the
that's what I'm
target.
saying. Like,
Enemy
you can't lose
UAV
with
active.
Bro, on God, that's literally what I do.
Friendly mosquito active.
I have a very good-looking male friend who's going to stuff in public and eventually out. Oh, blood people are getting this is funny. I thought this was hilarious.
Hi, can I just get a 3-piece spicy with them?
Popeyes hires a white dude.
Yes, sir. Is that gonna be all for you? Okay. Yes, sir. Yeah, that's it. Alright, 13.57. Thank you. No problem. Sir, your food? Huh? Yeah, your food's ready to go. It's ready. Yes, sir. I'm fresh. Thank you. Hey, of course. Here you go. You're just gonna give it to me? You're not gonna charge me $2 or meet me up outside?
Final
Oh, we'll do that. Thank you. No problem. Hey, sir. Have a great day. You have a great day, too.
They're planting at Alpha. Device in place. Countdown started.
Even black people have black fatigue. Oh my gosh. There's too many people I've been running into recently that recognize me.
Victory is ours.
I'm like, oh my god.
The mission is complete.
People don't need to know
Good
where I
work.
live. Okay, let's keep going. Oh, apparently there's a TikToker who pretended to be a Trump supporter now claims he scammed MAGA supporters out of $30K. What an idiot. If you're going to scam, just take your money and run.
I scammed MAGA for 30 bands. I got the money and ran. Charlie Kirk is dead now. Charlie Kirk is dead now. So we clap our hands and we do the money dance. Trump's a homosexual. Trump is a fat nipper beefing with Iran. Why you trying to bomb Iran?
Yeah, black people always have the audacity. Look at there's black, and then there's Malcolms. White people love Malcolms. Or like Malcolm, you have not been treated well by black people. Right this way, Malcolm. Right this way. But then Malcolm brings, his friend or his, brother, and then they do some shit. Just kind of is what it is. Oh, we're going to react to the status paternity fraud cases. These aren't reality TV shows, so take with a grain of salt. But some of these, I think,
Do you own your own home in Pennsylvania that are still paying for electricity? You could be missing out on free government.
are actually true. You are not her father.
Oh, wow.
You okay, sir? You need to take a seat?
Yeah. I'm fine.
How assuredly was my father?
Sorry, Your Honor.
Mr. Sandefur. This is the stuff Anna Kasparian doesn't talk about. Like, what about him? He just put 30 years.
You got one. You got Father's Day. Just do it.
What guys are so nice. They're too nice, too giving, too willing. Yeah. You say so to prove you are not the father, next month's wedding is home. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Tactical.
Capture and keep hold of the objective. We're taking Bravo. Charlie secure. We've taken the lead. Securing objective Bravo. We're taking Alpha. We're losing Charlie. We control Alpha. Enemy securing Bravo.
I'm hit! Setting Claymore.
Bravo. Friendly UAV online.
Tossing tactical.
Counter
Moving to my
UAV.
mark.
Enemy securing. Friendly UAV on station. We're taking Bravo. We control. Securing objective Bravo. We're taking Bravo.
Tactical out.
Enemy taking Bravo. Securing objective Charlie.
Tossing tactical.
UAV is online.
Tactical out.
Enemy Charlie. Objective Bravo.
Tossing tactical. Tactical out.
Securing objective Bravo. Enemies taking out.
Taking fire.
Getting lit up. Tossing tactical.
We're taking Bravo. Hostile UAV in the area.
Almost got me. Tactical out.
We're taking Bravo. Securing objective Charlie. Objective Bravo. Hostile overhead. Enemy UAV active. We're taking Bravo.
Tossing tactical.
Securing objective Bravo. We're taking Charlie.
Dude, this guy is modding. They keep using the RPG.
UAV in the area.
Tossing tactical. I hit. Tactical out.
Objective Bravo.
Shading fast here. Tossing tactical.
Securing objective
Everybody keeps modding.
etc. Therapists and their ilk have convinced hundreds of millions of women that listening to a problem is somehow a solution to a problem. And why might that be the case? Like, what could possibly be the explanation as to an industry that literally listens to problems in exchange for money would insist that listening to problems is the best way to solve them? Like, how could the therapeutic institution possibly benefit from such a belief? I mean, I will leave that to you and your detective prowess to unravel. Now, don't get me wrong, listening has its place. Like, you have to listen in order to understand the features of the problem you're dealing with, right? But, hot take, you don't have to listen more than that. You listen up to the point where you're able to arrive at a tentative solution, and then you execute. You take reality-based action, which is what ultimately solves the problem, or not, and then you troubleshoot in a recursive way until it does. This is how I run my consultation practice. Insisting that listening to problems alone solves problems.
And that's the problem. Women, we feel better when we talk about our problems. But it solves nothing. It doesn't make them better. I wish I could explain to men the release we get when we talk about our problems. I wish we weren't like this. Even as porn, I wish it wasn't like this. For some reason, you get like a release.
Everybody keeps modding in this freaking game. Everybody uses snipers, everybody mods.
When you are venting, like, you say things that are really hurtful, sometimes I want to share, like, something feel like I'm not. So as a woman, you really gotta watch this. This. You have to be careful to talk to. Gaslighting on the population level. Like, I don't know how else to describe it. Feminization we know that when confronted with a problem, in general, men prefer problem-solving strategies, and women prefer emotional strategies. So, when women very confident, explicitly about they men forego their strategies, which, by the way, are incapable of solving problems in reality, and adopt their own preferred strategies. I don't want you to act like a man. I want you to act like a woman. And see this man, usually out of a misguided desire to give women what they say they want, they grow this feminization of men, creating problems, not only in these particular relationships, but in society at large as well. Think about it. They want men to act like women. They typically feel supports the idea that listening and validating is the solution to pretty much every problem. It authenticates the female. This is why I'm bad.
Hardpoint reloaded. Stand by.
I think men are wrong. I really do. I think every man, if he listens to his intuition and doesn't listen to women, it's good.
I prefer to be thinking, yeah.
You gotta listen to that and have the same problem-solving ability. And look, and even being who I am, I think naturally we're like, naturally
Hostile eliminated. Requesting recon and my location. Low on ammo.
Solving problems in particular. And it communicates that the female way of doing things is the right way of doing things in general. And this, honestly, is irresponsible.
Changing that. Tossing tactical.
Stand by.
The aisles are blocked with boxes. You have nowhere to put them.
Lethals on.
Sees the mess. It says,
That's why I would be a therapist. If I could.
of the therapeutic profession. And women are only twice as likely to attend therapy as men are.
But women, and this is we gotta take that shit away because everything's going downhill. Women have way too much spending power. Everyone's gonna cater to them. Like imagine if we could cater to that. Everything would be peaceful. Everything would be back down. Check your fire. Just gonna lie.
85% are women. And
Tossing tactical.
many relationship experts and or are primarily talking to a female audience. Men in these fields treated. They have the dare to speak to men on issues that concern them. Strategies. We have to conclude that the ancillary industries have collectively become in business. And as I've said,
Tossing tactical.
Like we're just so unhappy.
I'm
You
on
it's so survival, but there's gotta be something. Like, you gotta put us on like a learning curriculum or something to keep our
correctly predict that certain needs ends. Are relationships achieving their ends? I think you would be hard pressed to argue divorce rates are up, dating less often. A woman's way of doing things is the right way of doing things. And the right way of doing things is these terrible outcomes. Like, I honestly don't know how to square that circle. If these strategies we should have greater interpersonal harmony and relationship effectiveness, not less.
Yeah, I know. And that's the thing. Being a therapist is going to do it like that. It's now. And the only time she does it is when the wife is literally so insufferable that, like, even the therapist. Man. That is the reason people aren't pushing it. You just watched a feminist talk about being anti-feminist.
Tossing tactical.
Is it worth my time? Opinion I care about.
They're not doing it good enough. Even if we were doing
Target area updated. The hard point.
progress in that direction. So there's the
Tactical out.
both parties should be getting
Taking fire. I need medical.
It's a bad idea to treat their dead like their own friends, which is what they do when they expect them to suppress their masculine in favor of feminine emotional feelings. And the most rational argument against this is if any can made a few together, using one's strengths and to transform one's weaknesses. Think about it. You can throw then spend years trying to compete with suppliers. They're pretty, but dumb as rocks. Face guard. The time and energy you spend perfecting your strengths will only succeed.
That's not their problem. The girls. Oh my god, now you're fighting the friends group chat.
Even when they're way
is it's a good idea to eliminate glaring noise, but that's not really good for this
Mission failed. Return to base.
He might very well be better than you are. And rather than spend all that time and energy in an attempt to into a mediocre, why not devote that same time and energy in an attempt to transform him from a good problem solver into an exceptional one? Like, a woman who does that is a smart fucking woman. Because if she succeeds, well, she will not only have private access to an exceptional problem solver, Greg, but she will have succeeded in cultivating a complementarity of skills across the relationship that will make it much more likely that the two of them as a couple will be able to handle like anything that comes their way. So, if you want to be heard and validated, that's fine. But go to your reference, go to ChatGPT, take your grocery list from a hardware store, which is what you do. Okay. Yeah. Good stuff. Alright, next on the agenda, Pierce Morgan challenges HST TikTok. Claims that he would disown his son if he was gay. Pierce, since I was young, my life ambition has been to make money, return my parents, meet a nice woman, and then have a gay child who respect the data of that. That's fine. That would be good. And if you will, okay, wait, do I need to reintroduce the Pierce Morgan interview? Is that great? Maybe I'll do that next. Where the heck is this?
Tactical out!
141. Secure and maintain the objectives.
Covering your six. I'm hit! Causing tactical!
We control Alpha. Enemy securing Charlie. Secure objective Bravo. Enemy securing Bravo. We're taking Bravo. Securing objective Bravo.
Causing tactical!
Enemy taking Alpha.
Getting lit up! Fading faster!
We're taking Charlie.
Tactical out!
We're losing Alpha. Enemy taking Bravo.
Taking fire! There we go!
Securing Bravo. Securing
Fuck at you! Causing tactical!
Enemy taking Bravo. Enemy taking Alpha.
I'm hit!
We're taking Charlie. Enemy securing Bravo. Friendly forces inbound. Enemy taking Bravo.
We're on the same side! Hostile equipment destroyed! Switching mags!
Friendly cluster mine planted. Friendly UAV. Care
Requesting recon at my location! Causing tactical!
Care package Requesting room.
Covering your six.
Enemy UAV taking Bravo. Social media. UAV online. Halfway to mission complete. Finish. Enemy securing Bravo. Enemy securing Charlie. Stealth bomber entering the AO.
Check your fire!
Charlie.
Tossing tackle!
Enemy taking Bravo. Enemy taking Charlie.
Tactical out!
Enemy securing Bravo. Friendly contact.
Getting lit up!
Enemy UAV active. Enemy securing Bravo.
Your six.
Enemy taking Bravo.
Ammo here!
These guys, and you can.
I find funny how the school system will teach us how to memorize pages and pages of useless and indoctrinated information that will literally look up in seconds, but they fail to teach us the most important things in life, like creativity, imagination, self-awareness, how to love other people.
Maybe that they're like, degenerate, whatever.
Oh, you're onto something when you said that.
From pimps to simps, because the pimps at least are living on their own terms.
Kill confirmed. Neutralize hostiles. Grab their tags to win. We've lost the lead. Enemy UAV.
Closing tactical.
Dodge one.
We're on the same side. Tactical out.
Kill confirmed.
Taking fire. Now we're even. Raising fast here.
UAV standing by.
Requesting recon at my location. There we go.
Opening the AO.
Tossing tactical.
Confirmed. Hostile drone swarm. Take cover. Hostile. Kill confirmed.
Lethal going out. I need medical.
Confirm that one. Kill
I'm hit.
confirmed. Notch one. UAV ready to deploy.
Tactical out. Requesting recon at my location. Lethal shot.
Target this.
Tossing tactical. Here we go.
Confirm that one.
Tactical out. Lethal going out.
UAV deployed. Enemy UAV. Confirmed.
Lethal shot.
Hostile drone support. Take cover. Hostile UAV in the area.
Tactical out.
Enemy UAV active. Tactical confirmed. Friendly UAV online. The enemy Notch one. Confirm that.
Enemy spotted. Tactical out.
Hostile UAV in the area.
Tossing tactical. Getting lit up.
Standing by. Attack secure. Kill
Requesting
confirmed.
recon at my
UAV is on station. Recon online. Hostile advanced UAV active. Enemy UAV active.
tactical out. Sniper's down. Phasing fast here.
Confirm that one.
Tossing tactical. Tactical out. I'm hit.
Hostile
Tossing
UAV in the
tactical.
area.
Enemy almost got me. Almost.
Mission failed. Return to base.
You guys, Gen Z is built different. These guys are not like these other kids. $500. $500.
Let's chill it down then, because what I just said. Let's leave it. It's a year old. It's a year old. Listen, sir, I don't know why you come on and talk about your holier than thou. As soon as you're away, who's this? Applications are open.
All right,
That's your team, bro. That's your goal.
Let's end this, please.
Good.
You know what? I'm not doing this. Sorry, guys. It's pointless.
Damn. Goodness.
I've been sitting just like. Tell him to come back on and we'll chill it out.
Tell him to come back on and we'll chill it out. But it's like, stop pushing this homophobic bullshit. You want to look holier than thou? Like, stop all that. Anyone can have a push and a shove. Tell him to come back on and talk to me respectfully. This is what I wanted him to come in real life, because he wouldn't speak like that to me unless, you know, it was through the camera. Like, talk to me face to face as a man. Bringing up bullshit points. That's great.
So true, he wouldn't talk like that through camera.
Easy. Stuff I didn't even want to bring up. I even said to him, don't, just leave me alone. Trying to push this homophobic bullshit. I have a gay name. It's possible for me to be homophobic. I'm also not misogynistic either. I love women. Can I have the chapters? Let me call this guy.
Look at these Gen Z men. They are built different. They do not give a fuck. And these older men are so used to being under women's thumb, and like they don't realize how bad women are. But these young guys, they have seen women terrorize them from a young age.
Tell him to come back on, soak him like a baby. Let's keep it respectful. Chat, I need the chat.
Alright, I think that's it. Okay. We'll get into the topic. I think that's all for my reactions today. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Pearl Daily here on the Audacity Network. So today we're talking about Corey Richins' story. So I always talk about how women have the audacity. And I couldn't believe it when I did this show, and I had a woman named Sarah Stock calling my show. And this woman claimed to be a virgin waiting till marriage, and she was calling me a whore. Okay. And I get it, you know. Like, that's what it is, right? Sometimes you're a hoe. You know, it is, you gotta take the out. And, you know, she did the same thing. She comes at me holier than thou and says, I'm making better life decisions.
Oh, he was reloading.
And it turns out, as she was doing this to me, she was banging her boss. While making her fiance wait till marriage. Allegedly had murdered her boss's kid.
You've won that round. Get ready for the next one.
Now, I couldn't believe it. Is why would you draw so much attention to your virginity? Do you know what I mean? Like, if I was trying to sell the virginity to this, you know, this dope, I'd be like, I would not tell anybody. I'd be like, look, I'm a virgin. Tee-hee. And if anyone asks, I said, that's none of your business what we do and don't do. Please mind your own business. Please mind your... I wouldn't go around telling everybody, hey, everybody, I'm waiting until marriage. I'm awesome. That's what I couldn't believe. I'm like, I'm telling everybody they're whores because I'd be like, look, I got to sell this marriage. So it was just incredible how stupid. You know what I mean? Like, it was just incredible how retarded. I'm like,
we lost that round. Prepare for the next one.
That's pretty dumb. And this woman gave me Sarah Stock energy. So there's a woman in Utah who was just convicted of killing her husband. Okay.
Search and destroy.
And this woman put out a book on how to deal with
Plant the
grief
charges and demolish the objectives.
And I just thought, lady, why are you drawing attention to this?
Damn, someone nabbed everything.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you could have just, like, so sad.
Round secure. On to the next.
I don't understand us as women. Why do we draw so much attention? You guys can call it. Why do we draw so much attention when we're trying to get away with something? Like, don't you think
modders are annoying?
You say 2 + 2 = 4, we keep putting in 5.
Place the charge. Detonate the target.
We and the jury unanimously find that the defendant, Corey Richins, is guilty of
Guilty on all counts. That's the fate of the Utah mother now convicted of killing her husband. Corey Richins poisoned her husband and then her children's book about grief that became wildly popular before police zeroed in on her as a suspect.
I'm still getting into the follow. Just a few hours, no time.
Well, Jeremy, Christine, those guilty verdicts handed down by unanimous jury just this evening after deliberating for less than 3 hours. As you can see here, Corey Richins didn't show much emotion after the most serious charge. After his murder was read aloud, she took a deep couple breaths, without her head, and that's about it. Eric Richens died back in March of 2022. He was found unresponsive at his home here in City Park City, I should say.
Thank you for the super chat, Phil Wood. I appreciate it.
Remove your car scratches in 60 seconds or get your money back. Look, no cut, no Photoshop. We let the liquid flow.
This.
Prosecutors argue that his wife, Kelly Richens, put 5 times the lethal dose of fentanyl into his cocktail, killing him. They also argue that Richens was $4.5 million in debt and thought if she killed her husband, she would inherit his estate that's worth more than $4 million. Adding Richens was having an affair and planning a new future with her new man. The 35-year-old mother was found guilty of fraudulently claiming insurance benefits after her husband's death, and it doesn't stop there. Richens was also guilty of attempted murder in another alleged effort to poison her husband. Looking at court documents on Valentine's Day, Richens gave her husband a sandwich that was laced with fentanyl, made him bring out eyes and black out. Body cam video was played after Richens called 911 and police arrived at the house. Listen.
What you discovered him was he on the bed? Yes.
The round is lost. Focus on the next one.
After her husband's death, Corey Richens self-published a children's book about grief to help her sons and other kids cope with the loss of a parent. It is called Are You With Me? And it's about a father with angel wings watching over his young son after passing away. You see her, she appeared on local TV and radio stations promoting her book, but does maintain her innocence. Now, these are some of the online searches that were presented in court that include, you can see the top in caps.
You know, if women serial kill, if women serial kill, we're just going to do it the dumbest way possible. Can cops uncover deleted messages? Can deleted messages be retrieved from an iPhone? It's so embarrassing.
Can cops uncover deleted messages, iPhone, and how to completely wipe an iPhone remotely? Richens did not need to stand in her own murder trial, and a sentencing date has not been announced. As the max for aggravated murder, the highest charge alone, 25 years. In studio, Ty Cunningham, Fox 31.
All right, let's keep going. All right. There's an article written about this. A mom wrote a kid's book on grief. She was just convicted of her husband's murder. A year after her husband's sudden death in 2022, Utah Mw3, Corey Richens, wrote a children's book about coping with grief called Are You With Me? In promotional interviews with local media, Richens said she had written the book with her kids, the oldest of whom was 10. And she told NPR member station KPCW in April of 2023 that the process brought little peace to me and my boys. It was a good distraction in the last year and going through the first holidays with my husband, his birthday, like our anniversary, all these things, and it gives us something to work towards. Weeks later, Richens was charged with killing her husband, Eric. And on Monday, a jury in Summit County, Utah, convicted her of his murder. Prosecutors alleged that Corey Richens spiked Eric Richens' cocktail with fentanyl in March 2022, and several earlier attempts because she was millions of dollars in debt and believed she would inherit his estates. She did not know that Eric had quietly cut her out of his will years earlier after discovering that some of the debt had been racked up in his name. Oh my God. Prosecutors also said she had taken out multiple life insurance policies on her husband while having the affair. She wanted to leave Eric Richens, but she did not want to leave his money. Summit County Chief Prosecutor Brad Bloodworth said in his closing argument on Monday. Corey Richens had denied wrongdoing and pleaded not guilty to 5 charges against her in this case. She declined to testify during the trial, which lasted 3 weeks and featured testimony from 40 witnesses. Her defense attorney, Wendy Lewis, and Eric had Lyme disease and was addicted to painkillers and called the investigation into his death nothing but sloppy and driven by bias. Yeah, because the justice system it's biased against women. Okay. After 3 hours of deliberation, the jury found Richens guilty of aggregated murder, punishable by 25 years to life. and four other charges, which include forgery and fraud related to the opening of $2 million in life insurance policies for Eric without his knowledge. She bowed her head as the verdict was read. Richens is scheduled to return to court for sentencing May 13th, which would have been Eric's 44th birthday. That may not spell the end of Richens' legal troubles. She is facing 26 other felony charges of alleged financial wrongdoing in the years leading up to Eric's murder, including mortgage fraud, money laundering, and issuing bad checks. In a separate case that prosecutors filed last year, she is also litigating property issues with Eric's family and civil. Corey Richens called 911 after 3 a.m.
How does the smartest man in the room use procrastination to hide his crumbling self-esteem? If you have a high IQ, you can't execute. Here is the harsh truth.
You lost that round. Prepare for the next one.
March 4th, 2022, to report that she had found her husband Eric responsive to prosecutors' legal. Responders declared him dead at the scene. Their home in Camas, a mountain town about 40 miles south east of Salt Lake City. The medical examiner found 5 times the lethal level of fentanyl in Eric's blood and ruled his death an overdose. The medical examiner also determined that the drug was illicit and ingested orally. The only people home at the time were Richens and their 3 other kids. According to her arrest warrant, Corey told investigators that she had made Eric a Moscow Mule the previous night to celebrate closing on a property for her house flipping business. She said he drank the cocktail in bed and she went to sleep with one of their kids who was having a nightmare, only to return a few hours later to find her husband cold to touch in bed. Law enforcement said they found holes in her story. For example, she told them she had left her phone charging in the room while she went to comfort her son, but phone data showed it had been opened and messages sent and deleted during that time. The prompt search of the Richens home and eventual seizure of
This is the same one.
Corey's electrical devices, including a second iPhone found in her bedside. Prosecutors said it contained a slew of incriminating online searches, including what's a lethal dose of fentanyl, can cops uncover deleted messages, women in Utah prison, if someone is poisoned, what does it go down on the death certificate as? Death certificate says pending, will life insurance still pay, and luxury prisons for the rich in America. Oh my gosh. Okay. Corey's other phone revealed a series of messages in which she asked someone identified as CL for help in obtaining prescription pain medication, for which she said for an investor who has a back injury. CL is the family's occasional housekeeper, Cameron Luber, who testified at trial under immunity for her cooperation.
The United States has just recently done something many thought impossible. In January, American forces captured Nicolas Maduro in
cooperation that she had provided illicit drugs to Corey on 4 occasions between December 2021 and March.
Here's Johnny. Someone gets together and pray. We finish this thing. There's a restaurant named The Killer in front of you.
The third time in early February 2022, prosecutor says Corey asked specifically for fentanyl. She said that her investor wanted something stronger and
Sorry? Open the NBA.
For some of the Michael Jackson stuff. The singer's 2009 death was officially attributed to the legal aesthetic propofol. Corey Richens was a suburban mom real estate agent. She does not know a lot about the illicit street drug world, but she does know Michael Jackson died from taking illicit drugs. Bloodworth, the prosecutor, said in court she knows she wants it because it was lethal, it's fatal, it kills. Multiple court filings, Eric got sick after...
Propofol isn't necessarily a street drug, I don't think so, but it is a drug that you're supposed to be with someone because it basically puts them asleep. So you're supposed to be in close vicinity with this person. Oh my gosh, this map sucks.
Eating a sandwich that Corey had left him alongside a love note days after Valentine's Day. Oh,
this map is terrible.
Do you know what? Police, when men kill, like, they just get right to it. They just take her and, rape her and just kill her. Women, she gave you death with a love note. Saying he broke out in hives and had trouble breathing immediately. He self-administered his son's EpiPen and slept it off, but later told a friend that he thought his wife was trying to poison him. Corey asked labor for more fentanyl pills about 2 weeks after that. Prosecutors say it picked them up at the drop-off location on February 6th. Eric died 6 days later. Prosecutors painted Corey as an intensely ambitious but incompetent business owner who projected affluence even though she fell deeper and deeper into debt. Corey was Eric's second wife. When the two were married in 2013, they signed a prenup establishing that they did not have the rights to each other's properties. And with one exception, if Eric died while the two were lawfully married. Their prenup meant that if she left him, she would also have to leave most of the money. So Corey Richens took $250,000 in equity out on Eric Richens' home without him knowing it so that she could start her own business and earn money to leave Eric Richens. Corey started a small business flipping houses in 2019, buying more and more of that debt. That same year, prosecutors said she used the power of attorney to execute a $250,000 home equity line of credit on their family home. To Eric, even though it was his premarital property, she also began misappropriating monies distributed from Eric Richens' business that were intended for his quarterly tax
Why
payments.
is this a map?
They get paid. It's better to have loved and lost. And I'm actually kind of neutral, but we were having a convo the other day if it was better to have loved and lost or to never have loved at all. Some of these owls, bruh. This dude lost his life. That's cool.
I'm grateful for many things, and talk-based therapy is one of them. Because Adam and I have been through a lot. Deployment, moves.
This came to Eric's attention in September of 2020, by which Corey had charged more than $30,000 on his credit card and withdrawn at least $100,000 from his bank accounts. When confronted, she promised to repay him. In the meantime, Eric quietly consulted both a divorce lawyer and an estate planning lawyer, changing his will in 2020 to place his estate under the control of his sister for the benefit of the kids. Prosecutors said by the end of 2021, Corey's business bank account was overdrawn by $22,000.
This map is terrible.
Daily to service her debt. You know what's crazy? She married rich. She didn't have to do all this. Like, why are you doing all this business stuff? She had 7 phone calls with a moneylender on the day of Eric's death, by which point Bloodworth said that her net worth was negative $1.6 million. But she named as the beneficiary on multiple life insurance policies belonging to Eric. According to prosecutors, at the time of Eric's death, he was insured by at least 6 different policies. At least 4 of those, totaling $1.9 million, were unbeknownst to him, purchased by Corey between 2015 and 2017. She also made herself a beneficiary of another policy held jointly with Eric and his business partner just months before his death. Though he changed it once his insurance company alerted him, Corey found out that she had been removed from Eric's estate plan days after his death. Court filings said she learned from his sister, who she then punched in the neck and the face. Oh my God. It's just incredible. The next case, we have Ruby Frank, who abused her kids, I think in Utah too. What is up with these white women, man? And she is going to serve 4 consecutive prison terms in a child abuse case.
Popular parenting YouTuber Ruby Frankie will spend up to 60 years in prison. The Utah mother of 6 was sentenced today. She and her business partner pleaded guilty to charges of child abuse back in December. NBC News correspondent Valerie is following this story for us and joins us now. So, Valerie, influencers aren't always under the microscope. In this case, she certainly was. The details of this case are also quite disturbing. Can you just remind us what happened here?
Exactly. This was a parenting lifestyle channel that Ruby Frankie had on YouTube, but critics say it was really a harsh parenting style that she was promoting. She pleaded guilty to numerous charges, including things like holding a child's head underwater, putting her hand over a child's mouth and nose so they couldn't breathe, kicking a child while she was wearing boots. She's down today, and she did make a statement in court, a very tearful statement, apologizing and saying that she accepted responsibility for her actions. She also mentioned her children in that statement. Take a listen to what she had to say.
Enemy UAV active.
I was so disoriented. Then I believed dark was light and right was wrong.
Flash out!
I would do anything in this world for you. I took from you all. It was safe and good.
Those things
Her
tempting.
so-called
Flash
business
incoming.
partner, Jody Hildebrand, was also sentenced today, although Ruby Frankie said in that statement today that she did not see their relationship in that way. She says she hired Hildebrand to be her mentor, but claims that they were never business partners. Same by her.
I mean, it's just a tough story, Valerie. What did we hear from the judge at today's sentencing, and do we know what's next for Frankie's family? I'm thinking specifically of her kids.
Yeah, so the judge did also address Jody Hildebrand. She was a licensed therapist. He issued a statement. This is what he said. Adults with specialized training in particular are supposed to protect children. You didn't do that in this case. In this case, you terrorized children, and the results have been tragic. Now, as for Ruby Frankie's family, her husband filed for divorce last year. He has since asked for damages in this case, and we're told her children remain under professional care after all of the treatment that they endured.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated.
Yeah, women are the abusive gender. So, in the next 15 to 20 years, we're going to see more women getting into positions of power. God help us. Thank you for the super chat. God help us. And we're going to see more women doing evil stuff. It's just going to go out in the open. In the modern day, women will do more evil things because society empowers them to do evil things and doesn't hold them accountable, give them consequences. Why wouldn't you? Right? People are still shocked when women get caught doing things like right? And everyone is participating in feminism because when women do horrible things and get away with it, they generally get a slap on the wrist. So hopefully these women go to jail for life. We're going to let people call in and give their opinion on the story. The question is, why do women always just have the audacity? It's just incredible how,
Requesting recon flyover.
Like, why would you go to these? Like, why would you have a parenting channel if you were abusing your kids? It makes you think, what, like, never take female advice ever, right? Because it's like all the ones giving advice are killing. You know, do you know what I mean? Like, why would you have a grief book when you killed your husband? Why would Sarah Soccer have a purity brand when she was throwing it back in Gluck Gluck 9000 for the box? You know what I mean?
RTB at this time.
What? Doug MPA, why do they do this? Why do they go so hard with you? Well, not even like formally. Well, think they're saying not to do. Do you know what I mean?
Most of the things women projecting. So, what is the narrative? That men are all these abusers, men do all these crazy things, but it's women projecting. That's all it is. And I honestly believe, like he said, women, they've been empowered like men. They want opportunities and outcomes for men. They still want the privilege of being a woman, which is why these women think that they can get away with this type of stuff. You saw what that one girl, that Corey Richardson, searched on her phone. Oh, yeah, what kind of cushy prison am I going to go to if I do get caught? They don't understand the consequences. And in the next 10, 15 years, all you're going to see, it's like these teachers, these female teachers getting caught messing around with these.
Do you and are still paying for electricity? You could be missing out on free government assistance.
Young boys teachers. You can see more.
So he was camping.
These women literally feel entitled to be able to do that. And women just inherently don't understand consequences. They just don't.
Yeah.
Until they have to face them.
Also, guys, if you are calling in, you can also, if you have a story, like something that you've seen, that, where a woman that didn't understand the consequence or maybe got a slap on the wrist, something, I don't know if you know anything as extreme as this, but something similar, you're welcome to share the story when you call in. A couple things. First of all, try to get to the point. I understand you're excited to be on the show, first time caller. Let's skip over that. We're trying to give as much fun, which is the stories, the answers as possible. So call in. I'll say if you have something to add, and you can either give your thoughts on the story or something that's similar. So Doug MP, I'll start with you before we take callers. Have you seen this in your life, like something similar to the news? Maybe not murder, but like, or maybe you have.
Well, I think
you are black. Sorry.
Say again.
I said you are black. So
Yeah. Well, I guess being where I'm from,
Mission failed.
there was, so where I'm from, the state I'm from is only 3% black. So most of the stuff you see associated with black people, drugs and crime is a lot of white people. And especially with drugs, like I've seen a lot of white girls get caught with drugs or get caught doing drugs, and they don't understand. I had a couple of stories of girls I went to high school with or partied with when I was younger, and they were messing with a guy that was selling drugs or something like that, but they got caught up in drugs and got hit with some like mandatory sentences, whatever, and they had to face the.
Free website. It's to cure your boredom. Did you know that if you go to this website, you can play Counter-Strike 1.6 right in your browser?
To carry it, like I would not force her to do it.
So, so you would like her to do it on the moral level, and you're still saying she should be able to remove even the sentient fetus from her body in this case.
We lost that round. Prepare for the next one.
Very, very similar. Not the same, but similar to self-defense, right? Just because the amount of pain and suffering that the mother has to go through in order to give the baby.
So regardless of the consequences physically to the sentient fetus, regardless of the physical issues the sentient fetus may deal with as a newborn, she has a right to.
Because you don't actually care about
sentient
sentience. Because you don't care about sentience.
Depending on how severe the physical consequences were, I would say.
Moving here.
Interesting. Okay.
I consider that quality life that should be redone.
Round secure.
Okay.
On to the next.
So, that's what I'm trying to get at is, when we talk about looking at the sort of suffering or pain this fetus can go through, what if that's just the emotional suffering pain that she goes through? How in the world would you measure that? Let's just say she has this sort of disposition, especially given the terrible ordeal she went through in the night game. And so this shot, if you live prematurely right now, it's going to be scarred with these permanent issues, and that exacerbates the issue more. So, that you scarred the quality of the child's existence for life versus the emotional and physical trauma that she dealt with.
Yeah.
So if you're tied between a rock and a hard place, what do you do in this case? So the dilemma is this. You are looking at, let's just say hypothetically, if she were to remove this 24-week sentient fetus from her mouth, it's going to have its life. It's not going to die or anything like that. But its quality of life is going to be altered to the point to where it's not going to live the same kind of normal life as your mother's children. Yeah. But its quality of life is going to be drastically affected to a very, very high degree. Okay? As opposed to if
plant a charge on the target and level it.
You're going to be exacerbated.
Hello? What happened? Can I hear him? said injured unit. Okay.
Are you serious?
Hey guys, what's going on? Just got off the night shift. About to eat some sushi.
One minute remaining. The round is lost. Focus on the next one. Search and destroy.
This down on me. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Move in and detonate the
So
target.
essentially,
Enemy
what this game
UAV
is,
active.
you tap between this dilemma of this child having these physical issues that's going to scar their life to a very degree, not going to kill them, but it's going to, like I said, scar the child physically to a very degree, drastically impact their quality of life. But on the other side of that, if you force her to maintain the pregnancy, she's already dealing with this highly traumatic situation she just got out of, that she just went through. And if you deny her any
planting at Alpha,
then you're going to be vastly impacting her emotionally. And in which case could lead to even more physical trauma on her part. So if you're locked between this and what you do,
a way to measure pain.
Search and destroy.
And suffering and inflict, frankly. Like,
set up security around the objective.
I measure it, but unfortunately not. I would just leave it up to my intuition. Need like more context on like what the disabilities were, how bad like the life of the baby would be. Like, is there still something you could enjoy like rest of her life? Like, how bad mother's life?
They can, but there's no point in causing these problems because of mother.
I don't know. Like, I don't know what I would do.
Yeah, so simply what I'm getting at is if you don't have any real way to measure the impact of either party who's going to be injured, for lack of a better word, worse, then how would you address the situation? You're saying you don't know, correct?
Yeah. I mean, I guess I would leave it up to like an ethical board. I guess I'll leave it up to them.
Final minute.
How is he not dead? Come on.
That's an honest answer. I mean,
we lost that round. Prepare for the next one.
Respect that answer. But wouldn't you say that I'll pose a very good question to you at the very least? Oh, heck yeah, man.
Search and destroy.
Yeah, I think this is very productive. Like I said,
keep the enemy off the objective.
Come to my side, I'm pretty much yours, but you get enough, at least you get sense to why. I don't see myself embracing yourself. It just doesn't align with a lot of my intuitions, but you probably feel the same about me on the opposite side.
I find the mother suffering the babies. But yeah, this is my like favorite topic to debate, just because it is so like there's so many great and challenging questions about like abortion and the ethics of it. Like, I would say that it's like the most ethically challenging conversation like of like the 20th century, so or the 21st century. But yeah,
1 minute remaining.
Okay, so, I'll tell you what, man, this is a great conversation. I'm gonna go ahead and move to the next guest, man. But I appreciate you coming up today, bro.
Of course. Thank you. Bye bye.
All right, man. You take care. Have a good one.
The round is lost. Focus on the next one.
Alright, I'm gonna reset the app real quick.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'll be right back in a quick second.
Search and destroy. 141. Plant a charge on the target and level it. You've got the bomb. Mission compromised. We failed.
Drink these crazy glow-ups from... Take this background down. I'm able to do this. Is it? There we go.
Search and destroy. Set up a perimeter around the objectives. Do not let them reach it.
Great conversations, man. Weird. Let me see.
Flanking here.
14 hours. We have broken our old record, y'all. We have broken our old record. We're 14 hours in. 14 hours.
How did he know I was there? I don't know.
We are 14 hours in. 14 hours in.
1 minute remaining.
We have officially broken our old record, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, Christina. What's up?
Morning. How are you?
Doing well. We're 14 hours in.
They planted at
I
Bravo.
noticed. I wasn't getting much.
The whole record was
Focus on the next
13.
one.
I'm sorry.
What were you going to say?
Yeah, it's not record. So the old record was 13. Now we're 14 hours in counting. We broke the old record. This is
Search and
crazy.
destroy.
Hey,
Secure
listen,
our
you say you want to
objectives.
get
Do
trash.
not let your guard
Not
down.
really. So I was like, zone 5. I'm good going in.
Hostile UAV in the area.
Cool.
Did you have any conversations at all?
One guy who was a Christian who tried to argue that I shouldn't blend theology into morality, even though, and that he could have.
Come on. I saw him a little bit.
Basically, he was saying that he could have morality outside of theology. That was Christian.
That didn't even hit me.
Yeah, exactly. It does make absolutely sense.
We lost that round. Prepare for the next one.
I'm not even doing camera. I'm just doing. I'm just trying to get
Definitions are subjective, so I'm going to make
Place the charges on the target and destroy it. You secured the device. Hostile mastermind detected. Setting device on Alpha. Stand by. Enemy movement in the AO. Bomb planted. Set containment. Our device was disarmed. The round is lost. Focus on the next one. Search and destroy. Use the charges. Blast the target. No mistakes. You've got the bomb. We're planting an alpha.
Their guns are locked.
Enemy UAV active. Device in place. Countdown started.
Moving this way.
Somehow he got.
The enemy defused our bomb. We lost that round. Prepare for the next one.
This is the objective. First down place. They're gonna treat them like they are.
Switching sides. Search and destroy. Set up a perimeter around the objective. Do not let them reach it.
Someone beat us here.
Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey was just
What? No way.
objectives. Do not let your guard down. Hostile UAV in the area.
Damn! Someone nabbed him.
Mission failed. Return to base.